Disclaimer: this tutorial has been created in a test environment and is a first draft of this training tool. For expediency, this tutorial assumes some knowledge of the image review process, including knowledge of the forms and terminology used. For new volunteers, further one-on-one training will help your understanding. The media management workflow is a complex set of instructions involving knowledge of computers, computer applications, file systems, a set of forms, along with the knowledge and understanding of photography. All efforts are made to be complete and consistent across our training tools. However, mistakes and omissions are expected. Constructive criticism is appreciated. This is a tutorial on how to use the FastStone Image Viewer app to accomplish the media management workflow. The media management workflow consists of collecting, organizing, reviewing, and renaming media. Testing of the FastStone Image Viewer shows that this app seamlessly allows all our main media management tasks to be done in this one interface. All the workstations in our office have FastStone Image Viewer installed and a shortcut created on the desktop. Keep in mind, this view of a desktop in the tutorial is a test environment, and the workstations in our office will look different. After looking through the daily work plan and assignment detail forms to find images that need to be reviewed, I will open the FastStone Image Viewer app from the desktop shortcut. Note: training on using the daily work plan and assignment detail forms will be covered in other training materials. Let me show you some of the main features of this app interface. At the top is the menu bar. Hovering over the menu highlights the name, and then clicking on the menu reveals the commands within that menu. The row of icons below the menu bar is called the control bar. Here, hovering over the icon will cause a pop-up window to appear identifying the function of the icon. And then below the control bar is another row of icons. This one is called the toolbar. Similar to the control bar, hovering over the icons causes the identifying pop-up window to appear. Below the various menus and toolbars, we have three windows. The one on the left is called the folder tree window, and the one in the middle is called the thumbnail window. Currently, the thumbnails that are shown in the thumbnail window are representative of the highlighted folder in the folder tree window. If we want to look for images to be reviewed, which we know we have in the to be reviewed folder, we can drill down by selecting the plus signs in the folder tree window. And in this case, we go to the Coors Art Room folder, Young Guns, and we select the Gary archive. And when we click on that, the images will pop up in the thumbnail window. Lastly, the large window on the right is called the preview window. This is the window where you will be able to see a larger version of the selected image, the one that is highlighted in red, and will help in completing the review of the image. Just a few more features to point out here on the user interface. Recall how we use the plus symbols in the folder tree window in order to expand folders to find work. Likewise, using the minus symbol will collapse those folders. In the thumbnail window, navigation can be done with the scroll bar here. And if we wanted to find more information out about those images, you can see the name of the images labeled right underneath each one. But hovering over one of those images gives us the file size. Another way to navigate in the thumbnail window is just by clicking on individual images and by using the arrows on our keyboard. preview window, some of the features I'd like to point out include the fact that when your cursor is hovered over the image, it turns into a magnifying lens. If you click on the preview image, it will zoom in and the cursor turns into a panning tool. And then clicking on the image again zooms back out. This section of the tutorial will focus on the tool used to create a selection set of images that meet the assignment criteria. The tool we want to use is the tagging tool. Notice when I hover over this image, a box appears in the upper right-hand corner. Clicking on this box tags the image. I will continue to create a final selection set by either clicking on the box in the corner or by using the keyboard shortcut, the letter Q. After tagging all the images that fulfill the assignment criteria, I want to filter the images to only see those that are tagged. Using the tag filter located on the toolbar, I select Show Tagged. In the thumbnail window, I now have all the images that are tagged, and on the information bar at the bottom, I see there are 7 tagged images. For the last part of this tutorial, I will fully demonstrate that portion of the media management workflow that involves the FastStone Image Viewer app, namely finding work, image review, and renaming. Finding work. After looking through the daily work plan and assignment detail forms, I have identified an assignment that needs to be reviewed. I see that the PBR rodeo from the 10th of January needs to be done and that Nikki shot that event. Next, I begin my search for the assignment in the to be reviewed main folder by expanding the folder tree, and eventually I locate the Nikki archive file. Image review. In the thumbnail window, I use my keyboard arrow keys to scroll through the images while reviewing them in the preview window. I'm looking for images that are well lit, in focus, and that fulfill the staff request. Those that meet that criteria, I tag by highlighting the image and using the keyboard shortcut Q. Next, I want to select only those images in the Nikki archive folder that are tagged. I do that by using the Tag Filter button and select Show Tagged. It's important to note at this point that we do not delete images. All original photographer archives, those turned in, are kept. The next step in the image review process is to copy the tagged images into the corresponding assignment folder in the to be renamed main folder. To copy the tagged images, I first select them all by clicking the bottom thumbnail, holding the Shift key down, and then click on the top thumbnail. With all the tagged images selected, I go to the toolbar and select the Copy to Folder button. In the Copy to Folder window, I see that the destination folder is incorrect, and I want to use the Browse button to locate the correct destination folder. I confirm the destination folder is correct and select the Copy button. To confirm the copy to folder process was done correctly, I navigate the folder tree, locating the destination folder. I confirm all of the tagged images were copied. Renaming. Once the tagged images have been copied over, I can rename them. Before I can do that, I need to determine the correct code for naming the images. This is done by using the unique naming convention. Note, training on how to use the unique naming convention will not be covered in this tutorial, but will be covered in other training materials. I've now determined and jotted down the naming code for these images. In the thumbnail window, I have the folder with the copied images open and have selected them all. From the menu bar, I want to select the Batch Rename Selected Images tool. In this window, I see that because I selected all the images in the folder, they are automatically added to the input list. Next, I want to replace the current template, which was retained from the last batch of images renamed, with the code I determined and jotted down earlier. Be sure to use all caps for this code and retain the last bit, the parentheses, hashtag, close parentheses. After checking the code to confirm it is correct, I select the rename button and then yes. The processing and results window pops up and I select done to complete renaming the images. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. The FastStone Image Viewer is a free open source app and can be downloaded from the website. I suggest downloading a copy and practicing with it at home.